humans cry.
Bruh. I don't even know why I'm crying. I just made like.
What is love if you know here with me? What is love if it's not guaranteed? What is love if it just stops and leaves? Hey! Shaun, they cry because of Wanni. Hey! What a beautiful day to be alive in the Big Brother Naija house.
I'm just hurt because if I do all this and I show you my care and I show you how much I care about you easily, like,
guys, it is obvious that Wanni cries a lot, so I'm not going to make a big deal about Wanni's tears in the diary room.
we might be helping him to be with somebody else, and that's
there's only as much as we can help.
Yes, I know.
It's progressively getting worse.
Handi has made it clear to her twin sister Wanni that she needs to take a step back in this whole relationship with Shaun.
It's time for you to be shameless. You must ask yourself, do you believe Wanni is worth fighting for?
Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Philomina Moses Lawson. If you're seeing me for the first time, welcome. Thank you. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 50k. Thank you. If you're a regular viewer, I love you. I've decided to make this dedicated video to both Wanni and Shaun's diary session because they said a lot and they were both making a lot of sense. And I'm also going to tell you what I actually pictured and deduced from the whole conversation and Big Brother's advice to both of them. Now, let's start with Shaun. So when Shaun had gotten and he was talking about the whole situation, he kept mentioning the fact that, oh, people are going to perceive him this way, people are going to perceive him that way. And he also confessed that he deliberately was being mean to Wanni because of what Wanni had done to him. Guys, you know, I've already made this video yesterday and a lot of people were like, this thing no even go anywhere. They're just being dramatic. They are chasing clout. That's to tell you how little this issue is. But it turns out now that these people were not chasing clout. The issue to them is actually a big one. So, backstory. Wanni called Shaun being weird and Shaun didn't like it. He responded a certain way and Wanni felt like he was talking to her like a child. Now, he went ahead to now start yelling at her in presence of people, and Handi was present and was trying to tell him to stop, but Shaun didn't. So that really got Wanni upset, and even when she tried to have a conversation with him much later, he still was not getting the point, like why she's feeling the way she's feeling and why she's saying, oh, don't talk to me like this, and why she feels disrespected. His own is, you spoke to me a certain way, you are not going to tell me how to react to it. So Wanni was like, okay, I've apologized to you. But Shaun, on the other hand, is not willing to apologize to her for overreacting, because in his diary session now, Big Brother was telling him that there is such a word as overreacting for a reason, because yes, nobody can tell you how to react to how they made you feel. But when you overreact, there is an issue. So does he think that he wants to take the bold step to go and now say, okay, Wanni, I'm sorry, because already Wanni has apologized? Does he want to return the favor? And even if he's going to do that, what is his major reason, Seth? Because he's talking about, oh, people are going to perceive him this way, people are going to this, he's human, he's this. And Big Brother was like, okay, are you going to apologize because you feel like, okay, people are going to perceive you this way, or you are apologizing because you are sorry? It was not like, oh, let him think. It was like, it's both. Big Brother was not telling him that, does he think that he could have handled the situation better? He said definitely that he could have maybe explained why the word weird was not sitting right with him, but he was not thinking logically at the time when the whole situation was happening. That is why, and when him and Wanni was even having this big argument, going back and forth, he kept saying the cameras are everywhere, and Wanni is like, we are having serious issues here. We're talking about us. Which one is camera? Like, can you let the camera rest? So I feel like either Shaun has PTSD from what has happened to his friend Shegs, about how people misunderstood him and called him narcissistic and all that, because of his time with Bella on the show. And now he's afraid that that might be happening outside. That's why he's also still just coming to diary room to cry, and also coming to diary room to, you know, try and say he's human, he makes mistakes, because that was what he kept saying. Oh, he's human too, he makes mistakes, he knows that he has his negative sides, but that he doesn't just want to, you know, talk about it, because at the end of the day he's the one that put his life out there, that if like his life was not out there in the open, people will not judge him. Like, he just kept doing people me would have had to say, guy, like, rest, like, you be human being, don't bother about how people are going to judge you, because every human being is flawed, you know. So people that Sha told him outrightly that, Shaun, it's time for you to be shameless. If you are going to ask for my advice, you have to shamelessly go and actually beg Wanni, because he's not doing like he wanted to beg, you know. And Big Brother also told him that, but before you take that shameless step, also ask yourself, is Wanni worth fighting for? Is she does she want that your shamelessness? Because he had also said that Wanni cares for him, she does almost everything for him in this house, and he has not been showing much love or something to her. So Big Brother was like, she has done her part, so you do your part. You know, that was the advice Big Brother gave him. Then for Wanni's own, she was explaining what Handi had told her, that Shaun has made you cry more than usual in this house. Like, he has made you cry a lot, and is reminding her of her emotionally abusive relationship that she was in. And it was Wanni who advised her and said, teach the person how you want to be treated, so that the person doesn't treat you that way. And for her now, it looks like Handina is giving her the same advice. And even though she has tried to do that for Shaun, Shaun doesn't look like he's learning. He doesn't even look like he wants to bend, that they've had issues in this house many times, and she'll still care for him. In my last video that I made, I even put the clip there where in the middle of the quarrel, Wanni still took food and went to give to Shaun, and Shaun took it, you know, like everything was normal. But she's like, I will still care for you when we're fighting, but you, when we're fighting, you're even going to tell me you don't speak to me. No problem, I'm not going to speak to you too. You're always ready to fight. When she was carrying her bag 2 Sundays ago when they fought, carrying her bag, struggling, bringing it down from the staircase, Shaun saw her and just left her there. It was OC that came and helped her to carry her bag, and it was just somehow. And then she was saved from eviction, and then he didn't even congratulate her. That's to tell you how, like, how much do you even care for me? Do you even care? So she was like, she's taking a step back. At this point now, she has even gone to stay in her bed, because they always stay in the same bed. But yesterday she didn't sleep in his bed, and she's planning not to sleep in his bed again tonight. She's going to sleep by herself and all that. She also talked about how she and Shaun actually are hot-tempered people, you know, but Shaun doesn't listen, that his own things are always set on stone. Even if you try to go and have a conversation with him, he's going to tell you what he has in his mind even before you came to talk to him. Whatever she is going to go and meet him to say is not going to change his mentality or his thought process in that situation. And that's a problem for her, that they can't keep doing that. But she cares for him, and she's not in love with him, but she loves him as a person, and she doesn't know if they can, you know, continue like this, because yes, he has his good sides, but she too, she has a good sides and bad sides. She doesn't just know if the good will outweigh the bad. You know, same thing Shaun said, and Wanni has her good sides, but he doesn't know if the bad will outweigh the good, you know. So he's just thinking, in my mind, and I won't scatter, I beg go, wanna take am easy. The only ship where everybody they talk say they genuine, wanna take am easy, oh, I beg, wanna no go anywhere. You guys just let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Okay, if you have come this far, you're the real MVP. Thank you so much, and until next time, I will see you on the next one.